Hi, this is Ruth from the Happiness Project. I thought I'd pop in and talk a little bit about people pleasing. It's something that I come across a lot, especially since I've done a lot of teaching of assertiveness for women individually, women's assertiveness groups, therapy groups for this. So it comes up a lot, and there's a lot of patterns of relationships that go around with it. But one thing that's popped up a few times recently was just a slightly different dynamic on it. I do EMDR therapy with some clients and I do some deeper work. And recently, a few times I've heard for some of my people pleasing ladies that they feel like they need to do these things almost to make their existence legitimate, almost to make there be a reason why someone would want to have them around. It's like, okay, I'm doing something, and so they're going to want me here. I'm doing something, I'm fixing something, I'm helping them. So that means that I'm useful. And it's this intense need to be useful that comes from a fear of I'm going to be rejected. I'm not good enough. So we're getting down to the core of what this people pleasing is about. In both cases, the two women that I'm talking about where this came up recently, this specific thing, they genuinely would want to help anyway, but they overextend themselves, they take care of everything, they burn themselves out doing it. And then they have, at least one of the cases, a lot of abandonment and fear and comparing herself to other people. I'm not good enough. And it comes back to I need to be doing something. If I'm sitting still in a relationship, if I'm not fixing, I'm not helping, then what am I good for? What are they here for? And the saddest part about this, in my opinion, is that when you have that mindset, I look at the woman in front of me and I notice you can't see that you already have worth. You have a legitimate reason to be there because the person cares about you, because they love you, because you're bright and funny, because your personality is enjoyable to be around, because you're smart and you help people think, because people enjoy company and don't want to feel alone, and you know how to really listen, or anything like that. Even the listening thing could have been, people pleasing, or it could just be a genuine giving in a relationship. So to think that we need to prove ourselves to be legitimate in a relationship, to be worthy to breathe the air. Do you think about that about the other people around you? That clearly goes to something a lot deeper. And it goes to something that denies your own inherent worth. There's a lack of understanding, connection with your value. And your value doesn't mean I'm better than other people. It's just accepting, believing that there is value in being an authentic person and in your presence and what that does. When someone gives authentic presence, then they do so much just by being. There's a silly saying in the Zen world that's, we are not human doings, we're human beings. But there's so much to that, really. Your value is not based on your doing, and if it is, well, don't stop, don't sleep. You don't have time to sleep. You have to prove your value. But by being, and by being truly, and by being with your values, which means if you care about people, you're being there truly because you care about people. How beautiful is that? How do you want that friend? I do, you know. So I think recognizing that, and if it's hard to get yourself there, then taking a look at where that deep-seated insecurity came into your life and clearing that would be the work that you need to do so you can then see the value that's already there. You don't have to create it, you don't have to do. Be yourself authentically, and that value is there. Anything else is just noise. So if there's something to work on, clear that noise and you'll find the value, because you can't make it not there. All you can do is lose your ability to see it and show it. So a little bit on people pleasing, and hopefully you can see the beauty in yourself and what you bring to relationships, even the relationship with yourself. Till next time, it's Ruth with the Happiness Project. Bye.